At 90, we take no pills, need no help, and live with joy not because we're lucky, but because of what we do every morning. Most people age and fade. We age and thrive. The difference? Just 30 minutes each morning. They told us weakness comes with age. We proved them wrong, one habit at a time. You might wonder, how old are you to speak as if you're 90? Honestly, this is not my personal story. I am simply the storyteller sharing real experiences from elders who live independently, healthily, and vibrantly. I share this to inspire you, me, and everyone who wants a different kind of aging. We, those who have reached 90, still walk steadily, cook for ourselves, and greet each day with clarity and calm. It's not luck or perfect genes that got us here, but small, consistent choices made every morning. The 7 morning habits I'm about to share are the keys they use to maintain strength, sharpness, and independence. These 7 habits come straight from their lived experience, not from medical research or famous wellness gurus. Interestingly, many of them align naturally with the health practices often emphasized in Japanese longevity culture, though not intentionally. If you want your old age to be full of vitality too, it all begins tomorrow morning. Would you like me to help polish or expand this further? Habit 1. The morning rehydration ritual. Nourishing your body at sunrise. Before the world awakens, before the chatter, noise, or caffeine kicks in, there is water. A simple, gentle ritual we've followed for years. Upon rising, we drink a tall glass of room temperature water with just a small pinch of unrefined sea salt. Nothing more. No lemon, no sugar, no ice. Just clarity. You may not feel it, but every night as you sleep, your body undergoes silent dehydration. While your mind rests, your body breathes out moisture, releases heat, and loses water through the skin. By morning, your cells resemble dry, earth-cracked, yearning for nourishment. Rather than jolt ourselves awake with coffee or juice, we begin with compassion. About 500 milliliters of clean water moves into our system like the first rain after a drought. That tiny bit of sea salt isn't for flavor, it's functional. It encourages the body to absorb water more efficiently, supports electrolyte balance, and nudges our digestive and nervous systems into gentle wakefulness. It's amazing what happens after this small act. Mental fog lifts, eyes sharpen, joints feel less stiff, and perhaps most importantly, we feel grounded, present in our bodies, yet light. Our mood shifts from groggy to calm energy. Science backs this up. Even slight dehydration can impact memory, raise blood pressure, lower mood, and make us feel tired without knowing why. For older adults, the effects can be even more pronounced. But this one habit, this glass of life, has transformed the mornings of many around us. Friends who used to wake up with headaches or dizziness now feel refreshed. Their days start with clarity instead of confusion. To us, this is more than hydration. It's a signal of intention, a promise to ourselves. Before I rush into the demands of the day, I will nourish my body. I will show it kindness. And so, every morning, we begin not with the noise of the world, but with a silent thank you to our body. A ritual, not of routine, but of reverence. Habit 2. Let the sun find you first. Start the day with natural light. Before we scroll through screens or pour a cup of coffee, we do something simpler. We step outside. No need for plans or gadgets, just a few quiet minutes under the open sky. We stand still. No sunglasses, no phone, no distractions. Just the early sunlight, gently meeting our skin and eyes like an old friend saying, "Good morning." Many people overlook this, but morning sunlight carries a kind of silent wisdom. It's not just light, it's a biological signal, a soft cue to your body that says, "It's time to be awake. Let's begin." This light, especially in the first hour of waking, is rich in red and blue wavelengths. These are the exact signals your brain is waiting for to regulate your internal clock, also known as your circadian rhythm. That rhythm affects nearly everything. When you feel hungry, when your body heals, how well you focus, how deep you sleep tonight. It's like nature's operating system, and sunlight is the code that keeps it running right. We make this part of our ritual. Even on cloudy mornings, we sit by the window or step onto the porch. We let the light in. 10 to 15 minutes. No rush, no pressure, just presence. When it rains, we open the windows. Let the sky speak through gray clouds. Because even on dull days, that natural light still holds power. Afterward, we feel a shift. Minds become sharper. Thoughts slow down but get clearer. A sense of peace settles into the body, and energy comes not in a jolt, but in a steady stream. No coffee or energy drink can replace this feeling, the gentle clarity that morning light gives. And here's the beauty. Sunlight is free. It's available to everyone, every day. Yet so many of us start our mornings under artificial light, missing this gift from nature. If you want to feel more aligned, more alive, and more awake, let the sun find you first. Not your phone, not your to-do list, just the sun. Let it greet you before the noise begins. It's not about chasing sunlight. It's about letting it arrive and choosing to notice. Habit 3. Begin with one thing you're grateful for. Set the tone with appreciation. Before the rush begins, before brushing our teeth or checking the phone, we pause. It takes just a moment. We gently close our eyes, take a slow, intentional breath, and silently ask ourselves, what is one simple thing I'm thankful for today? It doesn't need to be profound or poetic. It just needs to be honest. It could be the warmth of the blanket, the steady rhythm of your own breath, or the soft presence of someone you love lying beside you. It might be the distant sound of birds, or simply the fact that you woke up. The point isn't to impress or inspire. The point is to connect, to choose your first emotion of the day consciously, rather than letting the outside world decide it for you. Gratitude might seem like a buzzword, but its effect is deeply rooted in science. Studies in neuroscience reveal that even a brief moment of sincere gratitude can increase levels of dopamine and serotonin, two powerful brain chemicals associated with joy, clarity, and emotional balance. These aren't just feel-good hormones. They help regulate stress, boost attention, and create resilience, especially important as we age. Since turning 70, I've made this tiny ritual a part of every morning. And now, 2 decades later, I still marvel at its quiet power. It's like striking the first note of a melody that echoes through the rest of your day. No journal needed, no fancy practice, just feel it. One breath of thanks, that's all. And here's the secret, your body remembers. Each day you repeat this, your brain becomes more familiar with the feeling. Gratitude becomes easier to access, more natural, like a well-trodden path instead of a distant destination. Some mornings, it's harder. Some days, gratitude feels far away. That's okay. You don't have to feel perfect. Just try. Whisper your thanks into the silence, and let that quiet joy be your beginning. Because the first emotion you invite in it colors everything after. Let that color be appreciation. Let that moment be yours. Habit 4. Touch the real world before the virtual one touches you. Reconnect before you react. Each morning, we face a choice. To begin with the world outside or the one inside a screen. It's tempting, the blinking notifications, the instant headlines, the never-ending scroll. But before those glowing pixels pull us in, we choose to reach for something more real. We open the door, step outside, sometimes barefoot, letting our soles meet the cool ground. Sometimes it's simply brushing fingers against a leaf or feeling the wind move across our cheeks. It could be the warmth of sun on our skin or the scent of morning dew in the air. These may seem like small gestures, but they serve a deep purpose. They remind us gently but firmly that we are not machines. We are not usernames or avatars. We are human. We are here. Our breath is real. Our senses are real. And the natural world around us is waiting to greet us, if we allow it. Modern researchers call this grounding or earthing, the act of making direct contact with natural surfaces like soil, grass, or stone. Studies have linked it to reduced inflammation, better sleep, and a calmer nervous system. But for those of us who practice it daily, the greatest benefit isn't found in data. It's found in stillness. When we touch the earth, something inside us settles. Our minds stop racing. Our hearts beat more evenly. Our eyes take in the world not through a lens, but through presence. This isn't about rejecting technology. It's about choosing the order of things. Let your spirit connect before your screen does. Let your body know it belongs before the internet tells you who to be. Even 1 minute makes a difference. One barefoot step, one breath of outdoor air, one touch of tree bark. It's not the size of the ritual, it's the intention behind it. So each morning, we begin not with headlines, not with emails, not with posts. We begin with earth, air, and sunlight. With real things that don't demand likes, but simply exist freely and fully. Because every time we choose nature first, we tell ourselves, I am here, I am alive, and I am not lost in the noise. Habit 5. Let gentle sound soften your mornings. Begin the day with calm music, not chaos. Not every morning needs to start with noise. In fact, the most peaceful ones begin with something far gentler, a soft melody, the rustle of leaves, or the distant coo of birds greeting the sun. Before I glance at the headlines or turn on any device, I shape my space with intentional sound, not volume, not stimulation, just presence. Some mornings feel still and kind. Others feel heavy, like silence has weight. But sound, when chosen wisely, has the power to shift that atmosphere. I often begin the day by playing soft instrumental music, a slow piano piece, a gentle acoustic guitar, or ambient sounds like rainfall, a bubbling brook, or wind in the trees. Some days, I don't play anything at all. I simply open the window and let the natural world create the soundtrack. This isn't background noise. It's a form of emotional tuning. Studies have shown that gentle, flowing sounds can lower heart rate, reduce the production of cortisol, our main stress hormone, and increase alpha brainwaves, which support a calm, alert, and focused mind. But to me, it's more than science. It's a sacred transition. These sounds don't just fill the space, they guide me. They remind me that this day is mine to shape, not something to be rushed through. Music in the morning is like wrapping your soul in a soft blanket. It doesn't push you into the day, it welcomes you gently. At my age, I don't crave loudness. I crave presence. I don't need alarms or breaking news to feel awake. I need beauty. I need peace. There's something healing about starting your day this way. You don't jump into the noise of the world, you rise through calm. You remember that being alive doesn't mean being busy. It means being here with awareness and care. So I choose each morning's sound like I'd choose a first word to someone I love, with tenderness. Because how we begin matters. And when we begin with grace, the day often follows. Let your first soundtrack be soft. Let it soothe your heart before the world demands your attention. Habit 6. The 10-minute movement that keeps my joints young at 90. A ritual of gentle strength. At 90, my body doesn't move the way it once did, but that doesn't mean it has stopped moving well. It simply asks to be treated with more care, more presence. I began noticing the changes, slight stiffness in my shoulder when I reached for a book, a gentle crack in the knees when standing, a cautious pause before stepping off a curb. People around me would say, "That's just aging." But I chose to believe otherwise. Instead of surrendering to decline, I made a choice to move with intention, not through intense workouts, not through pain, but through a kind, consistent practice, 10 minutes every morning, dedicated to keeping my joints fluid, strong, and alive. I call it my inside-out routine. It starts from within and works its way gently outward. I begin seated. Shoulder rolls warm up my upper body. I lift each knee one at a time, waking up the hips and core. Then I stand by a doorway and gently open my chest, expanding my lungs and reminding my body to breathe tall. Next come chair-assisted squats, slow and controlled, keeping my legs strong and stable. Then ankle circles, which seem small but do wonders for balance and blood flow. The entire sequence takes 10 minutes. I move slowly, with breath. There's no rush, no pressure, just awareness. This isn't exercise in the traditional sense. It doesn't drain me. It doesn't push me. It invites me to show up for myself. In truth, this little ritual feels as natural and necessary as brushing my teeth. It's a daily act of self-respect, a quiet way of saying, I'm still here. I still care. I believe this is why I can still walk with confidence, stand with ease, and trust my body to carry me wherever I need to go. Not because it's young, but because it's loved. So if you're asking what keeps my joints young at 90, it's not magic or medicine, it's this. Gentle, devoted movement done every day, without fail. Habit 7. How I use morning protein to stay strong, steady, and independent. Fueling freedom, not just breakfast. For years, I started my mornings with the same routine. Many older adults do a slice of toast, maybe a banana, and a light bowl of oatmeal. It was familiar, comforting, and easy on the stomach. But I wish I had known sooner what I know now. As we age, our body's ability to absorb and use protein effectively declines. Not because we're sick, simply because time changes how our body works. By the time you reach your 60s, this process, known as sarcopenia, slowly reduces muscle mass, leading to weakness, unsteadiness, and eventually, a loss of independence. So I made a decision, a small but powerful shift. Every morning, within 30 minutes of moving my body, I eat 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein, not to follow a trend, but to protect the strength I still have. Here are my favorite ways to do that. Oatmeal with egg whites, sprinkled with chia seeds. It's warm, high in fiber, and rich in protein. A smoothie made with unsweetened almond milk, a scoop of whey protein, and avocado, creamy, balanced, and kind to the heart. Steamed tofu with boiled greens, served with a dash of low-sodium soy sauce, light, easy to digest, and deeply nourishing. Equally important, I avoid combining protein with foods that spike blood sugar, like white bread or sweetened coffee. Instead, I pair it with whole grains, unsweetened tea, or avocado. Since making this change, I've felt it not just in my muscles, but in my energy. I rise from chairs more easily. My balance is better. I walk with purpose, not hesitation. This isn't about dieting. It's about maintaining my freedom. And that's not something I'll give up quietly. Food is not just comfort, it's fuel. And for me, the right kind of morning protein is the difference between just getting by and fully living. So, to anyone who still thinks protein is for athletes or bodybuilders, I'll say this. It's for anyone who wants to stand tall, stay steady, and walk through life on their own terms, even at 90. As we close this journey through the 7 morning habits, remember this. Aging is not a sentence to slow down or fade away. It's an invitation to live with intention, strength, and grace, no matter how many candles are on your birthday cake. These habits aren't magic pills or shortcuts. They are simple acts of respect for your body, mind, and spirit. Small choices repeated daily that build resilience and joy over time. Whether you're 30 or 90, you have the power to shape how your days unfold. The morning sets the tone. It's your chance to nurture yourself before the world demands your energy. So start small, start gentle, and start today. Let every breath, every movement, every mindful moment be a step toward a fuller, healthier life. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss more inspiring content ahead. We'd also love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's grow and learn together. Thank you for taking the time to listen and join us on this journey. Remember, age is just a number. Vitality and joy are yours to create. Tomorrow morning is a new beginning. Make it yours.